Guys, so today is Wednesday the 6th of September and I've decided I'm going to give this vlogging thing another go, and I'm going to start off with a little bit of Happy Mail. I don't know if you guys watch Charisse Denkai Designs, but if you do, while she was away in Australia visiting her sister, her husband Mike took over her Flosstube channel. And he had a little giveaway. Anyone who's interested in a traveling book, you could actually get a traveling book from him, a journal, and then you would send it around. And I got selected to get one of the books, or I won. I guess he did a giveaway. So my package arrived and I opened it. So I'm just going to show you what was inside. He had a note put in there. And then it was the book. And he also had a little gift from Charisse, which I have in here. Hang on, this is in the way. Hard to do this one-handed. It's a needle minder from Denkai Designs. There's her card. She has a shop on Etsy, I think. She also has Facebook, email. So it's a little cow needle minder. How cute is that? And the thing is, Charisse puts these lovely little buttons on the back of her magnets so that they're easy to remove. It's a cute little cow. So that's the needle minder he sent from her. And this is the traveling book. So the premise of this book is he has rules on what you do with it, and you basically fill out a journal with some pictures and pages about you and where you're from. So there's my blank pages to do, and then you send it off to somebody else, and then they in turn fill out some pictures of them and where they're from, and then they send it on to another person. And it makes its way around the world and eventually goes back to Mike, so that he'll have a book full of notes and pages filled up from all around the world. So I thought that was really interesting. I'm going to work on my pages, I guess, in a week or so when I have a bit of free time, and get it off to the next person who I'm going to send it to. Anyway, great idea, Mike. Love this, and it'll be out in the mail to somebody new very soon. So this afternoon, it's still Wednesday, I'm going to work a little more on Jay's Folk Witch. As you can see, last night, well, you wouldn't know because last night I didn't record, but last night I filled in some of her glove here, a little bit more in the finger detail, and I think there was some more stitches put into the top here and a couple little confetti stitches in here. So today I'm going to work on filling a little more of this page in. I think the page is probably about half done. What do you think? A little more than half? So I'm going to work on this for an hour or so this afternoon before I go take a nap, because I'm actually working night shift tonight. So hopefully I can get a few stitches in before that. Hey guys, so today is Thursday, September 7th. And I'm up for my night shift. I'm going to work on Jay's Folk Witch for a little bit, but I have to show you what I just got in the mail. It's fantastic. Like, you're not going to believe it. Had this lovely lady from the UK, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. She contacted me a few weeks ago and asked if she could have my address because she wanted to send me a little thank you gift because she enjoys my videos so much, and she's a fairly new cross-stitcher. And so anyway, I gave her my address, and I just got a little package in the mail, and it is fantastic. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So here it is. She sent me a lovely card. I won't show you the note that she wrote inside, but it's just a lovely note. Very lovely. Thank you so much, Lisa. She sent me, it might be hard to get a good picture of this, an old world map needle minder, which I will very proudly be putting on my old world map Hade as I'm working on it. But she had Charisse from Denkai Designs make me a Record Girls needle minder. How awesome is that? I'm shocked. It has the little button, fabric covered button on the back. This is amazing. It's fantastic. It's how to explain what this is? I don't even know. It's like a wooden tile, and the picture has been epoxied, I guess, to the front of the tile. This is amazing. So this is actually the original picture that my chart was created from. Mine was really faded out, and when I uploaded it to the chart maker, all of the pinks and stuff uploaded more orangey, which is why my stitch piece is more orange in color rather than pink. It's like salmony oranges. But this is the actual original picture. So yeah, so this is amazing. So thank you so much, Lisa. You know, incredible. Very personal gift, and very much appreciated, and is certainly going to get lots of good use. So here we are again. It's still Thursday, and I'm going to work for about, I don't know, a half an hour or so on Jay's piece before I have to go to work for night shift. I'm going to fill in a little more of this area here because it's just straight stitching, and it just needs to be filled in for the most part. Mostly the same color. I think there might be one or two little spots that have a fleck of some other color, but that's about it. So I'm going to work on that section for now and see how far I can get with that.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, September 13th. There's my little stitchy buddy, Maggie. Oh, there's Lulu. Lulu's feet. There's Lulu's head. Lulu. I have, oh, Maggie, hang on, girly. I have a little bit of startitis, I think. See this fabric? This is not real great lighting down here, sorry, but this started out yesterday as white 18 count Aida. I haven't recorded in a couple of days because I've been super sick with, I think, Emily C's death cold, which I picked up. I have no idea where, because none of the people I work with in a pod for 12 hours a day have the cold. I'm the only one who has it, and no one in my family has it, so I don't know where I came across this death cold, but anywho. Had a rough couple of days at work, had a rough couple of days with the head cold, and saw McKenna posting pictures of this beast. And I'm a little bit of a history nut and history nerd. I've watched several documentaries on like the Black Plague, bubonic plague, those sorts of things over the years. And I don't know, I just got really drawn to this piece. It's a plague doctor. I'll put a link down below where you can get the chart if you're interested. It's on Etsy. I think it's Buzzbee Designs, but I'll put a link. So I just kept seeing her post pictures of this and come up with her fabric for it, and then she decided she was going to create a Facebook group for a plague doctor Sal. And I don't do Sals because I just don't. Because most of my pieces are huge full coverage things. Anyway, in my sickly stupor, I guess, went on Etsy and purchased the chart yesterday. I came home last night after my 12-hour shift and got out some white Aida, and I used Vonna's bake and basted method and tea and coffee dyed this and baked it in the oven until it got just the right amount of darkening. This was so easy to do, and I am so thrilled with the result. Like, I absolutely love how this fabric turned out. I think it's going to be great old crumply looking piece of fabric, even though this is smooth because I've ironed it. Now I did crease it so I could find the center, but I just had the center mark there because that's where I'm going to start with this chart. But this turned out fabulous. I love it. Vonna's tutorial is excellent, and it's really easy to do. Really easy. So there you go. So I've got this piece of fabric, and I'm going to use this to start Plague Doctor. Today is the 13th of September, so I've decided I'm going to do, you know, dark 13 stitching every month and work on this piece on the 13th of each month. Good morning, Flosstube. Today is Thursday, September 14th, and this is how much stitching progress I made yesterday on the Plague Doctor. I started in the middle, and see if I can zoom in a little bit here for you. I did a strip of black 310 in here, so I'd have something to count from because I don't grid. So I did a strip of black in here, and then I started putting in these and managed to get all of that done yesterday while resting and recovering from this head cold. And this is 535, so it's a gray, charcoal kind of gray. So yeah, so I managed to get quite a few stitches in yesterday. I actually have almost all of the 535 done for this entire page. I just have some here. Oh, excuse me, I'm still yawning, that I need to fill in. So I'm going to do that this morning, and then I'm going to decide whether or not I want to go with the next color on this page, or if I want to continue with the 535 on the next page, which I might actually do. Good morning, Flosstube. It is Thursday. No, it's not. It's Friday, September 15th. And I know dark 13 stitching is over because it's only on the 13th of the month. But where I had just started this chart, I kind of wanted to give it a really good, I guess, go for a couple of days before I put it away. So I'm going to keep working on this today. I'm going to finish filling in the 535 on this page before I put this to bed and go back to working on Jay's piece tomorrow, I think. This is a really different chart for me, but I'm enjoying it. And I know you can't make much of it there at the moment, but it's the Plague Doctor chart from Buzzbee Designs for the Plague Doctor Sal. And I'm really liking how this fabric turned out. I love this. And at the moment I am watching Cold Case Files with Bill Curtis because I like watching all those sorts of crime shows. Like, I don't get enough of that at work. But yeah, so we're going to see how far I can get with this today. Hey, Flosstube. Today is Saturday, September 16th, and I just got off of night shift a few hours ago, managed to get a couple hours sleep, and now I'm wide awake. I've had my coffee, and I'm going to start stitching. So I thought I would just do a little bit of a recap of the Plague Doctor Sal that McKenna enabled me to start. I had a rough week this week. Work was really, well, the last couple weeks work has been extremely, I guess emotionally draining is a good word. We had a lot of
fatalities that we dealt with this week. And then on top of all of that, one of my work colleagues passed away this week of suicide, and that was, I guess, a blow that none of us was expecting, which it never is, of course, but it was hard. It was just a really hard week, and his funeral was yesterday, and we're still, you know, I guess as a group, we're still talking about it, and some of us are taking it harder than others, and it's been difficult. It's just been a difficult week. So I'm now off for 5 days, and I guess as part of my trying to cheer myself up a little bit this week and take my mind off of some things, I jumped in with 2 feet to this, right? Plague Doctor Sal from McKenna. The design is Plague Doctor, and you can find it on Etsy, and the store name is Buzzbee Designs. I think I already mentioned that before. So I hand dyed, coffee dyed my own fabric using Vonna's bake and basted method, and I'll post a link to her tutorial. My fabric, I love how this fabric came out, and of course the lighting down here sucks, so you're not going to get a good representation of it, but it's somewhat modeled. And do you know what, if I turn the camera around, maybe that'll work better, right? Okay, let me turn the camera around, and this is where I'm leaving off. This piece looks like it's all black, but it is full coverage. This section here is full coverage, and it's monochromatic, so it's colors all of the same palette, but it's all grays and black, and then there's just a couple of colors for highlight, which is like a cream color and a white, which you bring in for the eyes and the beak portion of the chart and the cross in the hat, right? So there's just some highlights there. So like I said, I colored this fabric myself, and I love how it turned out. I decided that I would start with color number 535 because it is pretty confetti-ish, and I did a strip of black here, which was fairly heavy coverage, so I'd have something to count from, and then I've done all of this 535. So I just have this bit here left to do. I'm not going to do that now. I am actually putting this away for the time being. I'm going to go back to working on Jay's Folk Witch project, and this is going to come out for Dark October stitching / Dark 13 stitching, because October the 13th is actually also Friday the 13th. So if I can swing it, I'll be working on this all day that day. If it's a work day, I'll be working on it, you know, as close to that day as I possibly can. So let's show you what Jay's project looks like, where I left off. This is Jay's Folk Witch project, and this is page 4 of what I've been working on, and this is what this, well, you're going to get glare now. That's what the design looks like, but this is it. So I'm getting really close to a page finish on this. You're just getting a little closer here. I have a lot of confetti stitches that need to be put in through here, and some in her hand, but this is solid stitching here. So this week I should be able to get a page finish, another page finish in on this, which would be fantastic. So I'm going to pick up where I left off, and I'll show you my progress. Hey guys, what are you at? Pam here. It is Sunday, September 17th. It is in the evening. I'm just going to sit down and do some stitching on Jay's Folk Witch. I'm getting very close to a page finish. These stitches here are kind of confetti stitches, and there's a few in here that need to be filled in, and then this is a solid piece of stitching here.
I'm hoping to have a page finished tonight. So, let's see if I can get that accomplished. Hey guys, it's Pam. I'm back again, and it is Sunday evening, and I got my page finish in. So that's 4 full pages done now on Jay's Folk Witch. Just to let you see, it goes down underneath here, but I still have it wrapped up in the Q-snap. So yeah, you can see her lovely red hair. You can see her hand clearly and her glove. The pages of the book. I'm really pleased with how this is stitching up. Really pleased with it. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, September 19th, and I'm just home from the dentist, and my mouth is so sore. I went in to have just a regular checkup and cleaning done, and holy cow, like, yeah, my teeth are actually sore. Like if I bite down, they're tender. Hygienist gave me a real going over this morning. So I'm back now, and I'm going to spend this afternoon stitching for a little while on my Canada sampler. And I thought I would just show you quickly where I am with that. And then this evening I'm going to go back to stitching on Jay's project. So I'll turn the camera around so you can see. So here is my Canada sampler. This is the second one, because as you know I'm stitching 2 of them. I just put this back on the hoop, and I just finished off the legs on this Canada Goose. I'm going to go back in now. There's a small little maple leaf right here, and then I'm going to continue to put another couple motifs in. So let's see what I can get done this afternoon, and then I'll come back and show you where I am. Okay, so I'm going to show you both of these samplers. So this is sampler number 1. Okay, these motifs all in. And this is sampler number 2, which is identical. The only logo I'm missing now is there's supposed to be a little Inukshuk right here, which is this little guy. So I have this almost caught up. So I managed to stitch in, I finished off the goose, I stitched in the little leaf, and I did the Hudson's Bay logo. And so last night I got some nice progress put in yesterday on Jay's Folk Witch piece. This is page number 5 for me. This stitch here is equal to the outside edge of the piece. So from there over is a little better than half of the design wide. Yeah. So this is going to be a coffee mug in her hand, and this is all the steam coming from the mug. And then there's some floral design, I think, behind this, and just plain green stitching. I don't know if you can see, but this is all the same color. Yeah. So I'm going to do a little bit of stitching on that tonight and see how much I can get done. It is just after 7 o'clock now in the evening, and I still haven't eaten dinner yet. So by the time I have dinner and then I settle back down with this, I might only get a couple hours stitching tonight, which won't equate to many stitches, but we'll see. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, September 25th. Haven't recorded in a couple of days. Today's actually my mom's birthday, so I'm going to try and get a little bit of stitching done this morning while I'm having my morning coffee, and then I'm going to cook birthday dinner for her. I think her and my sister and my niece and nephew are coming over this evening. So yeah, so this is Jay's Folk Witch. I've gotten quite a little bit done. I worked night shift the last couple of days, so I didn't get much done
That's why I didn't bother to record anything. But this morning now I'm going to put my last few stitches in amongst here that I want to do, that I meant to finish last night and didn't get a chance to, and then I'm going to switch back to Record Girls for a week. And keeping me company this morning is going to be Miss Teresa Craig. If you guys haven't checked out her Flosstube videos, you really should. That's her channel name there, Teresa Craig. She's a phenomenal stitcher. She's actually just finished Death by Cross Stitch. So I'm going to go watch her video while I'm adding the last few stitches to this page for now. Hey guys, what are you at? It is Monday, September 26th. And I am stitching on Record Girls. Although you can't see their faces, but, well, you can see her face a little bit. I started working on this yesterday evening after my mom went home from her birthday dinner. And I managed to stitch in some of the darker browns here in her skirt. And some of this blue, I put this blue in. I also worked on this section here because this is just solid colors. Except Teresa Craig, if you can see this. Teresa asked in her video, what happens when you come across one stitch in a sea of stitches? Do you fill in the one stitch, or do you just, you know, keep going with the same color? Teresa, I fill in the one stitch. I don't know if you can tell from this, but there is one stitch there that's slightly darker orange than the rest of these stitches. And the same thing up here. There's 3 stitches. One right there, and then 2 right there that are a continuation of this color. So down here, yes, I did put in the one stitch. I didn't have to, of course, but I did. So yes, I'm working on this. I'm probably going to work a little bit more. I'm working these threads here in, and then I'm going to switch to some of this full block of color because I can show you this page. It's my pick to pat chart. All of this is all one color. Yeah. So that's going to be boring to stitch. See, Teresa, there's my one little stitch right there. So yeah, so I'm probably going to do a few of these. Here's the yellow. These yellow are where I have my park threads at the moment. I might do a couple more of these colors and get them worked in, and then work on a little section of this tonight to break it up. And then tomorrow I'll go back to working on some more confetti and then work on some more full coverage there. So yeah.